everyone, and welcome to Kitchen Chemistry. This week we're going to experiment with making invisible ink using lemons. To get started with this experiment, we'll need some fresh cut lemons, or you can use some bottled lemon juice as well. We'll try this experiment with both and see what works best. We'll also need a couple little bowls, some paper, and a couple of Q-tips. The first thing we want to do is take one of the lemon wedges and squeeze the juice into one of our bowls. Now we'll take one of our Q-tips and dip it into the lemon juice. Then you can write your secret message onto the paper. Next, let's pour some of the bottled juice into a bowl. And take a Q-tip and write a new message. Next, we'll try one more variation of this experiment by adding a small amount of water to our fresh lemon juice. I've read this method works too, but dries more clear on the paper, so we'll see. Now we'll write one more message with this method. Finally, let's set these out to dry completely before moving on to the next step. They are dry now, and to me, they all look pretty much the same. So there are several different ways to make our secret messages appear. It all comes down to the application of heat. Here are a few methods you could use, but there are several more as well. One method is to hold it up to a hot lamp with a light bulb that gives off some heat, like an incandescent bulb. You'll turn the lamp on and allow the bulb to heat up, and then hold your paper close to the bulb for a few minutes. Another method is to use a hair dryer to heat the ink on the paper. I've never seen this one done before, so I'm not sure how well it works. The method we're going to use is the iron. So for the iron method, we want to add a layer between the iron and the paper. You can use a dish towel or a pillowcase. You do have to iron it for several minutes to get some results, and the longer it oxidizes, the darker the writing should appear. What you'll see happen in this experiment is oxidation. Lemon juice contains carbon compounds like most fruit juices do, and it is pretty colorless at room temperature. When we apply the heat, it breaks down the compounds and the carbon is released. Now when the carbon hits oxygen in the air, oxidation occurs and the lemon juice turns brown. Here's our first one with the lemon juice. I'm not being very patient today, so the writing you see here is faint, but it did work. The next one we'll try is the bottled lemon juice. I'm going to try and iron for the same amount of time so we can compare our results. And this one works about the same, maybe a little lighter than the other. Now we'll try the final one with fresh lemon juice and water. This one turned out really faint, but it did show up enough to read it. So I hope you enjoyed this experiment and have some fun making your own secret messages. See you next week.